Gani, Imani, and ding ding from the spirit off top. Happy Thursday, happy Imani, and happy Gregorian Calendar New Year's Day. I am iiiYansaje Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you the music, the mystics, and the mojo on Radio for the Cosmos, 222.9 the Mothership. And it is the Kwanzaa Day of Imani, Day of Faith. New Year's Day by the Gregorian calendar, but a lot of us earthly babies don't celebrate New Year's until March 21st. Come to think of it, those of us that live the Orisha life, SU got that locked down either way. I got an article about that. I'll post it shortly. But, anyways, speaking of SU, 3 is on the daily numerology, which is his number. So we got a crossroads there. Not to mention, tonight's moon is waxing in Gemini, shifting to Cancer, which deals in dualities in self. And 2026 is a 1 year, and that is a year of fresh new starts after 2025 took many of us through the ringer and Oya's 9 tornadoes. It was all divinely aligned. So now that you got this fresh new start, or this hibernation season until summer equinox, till spring equinox, then what are you going to do with this time? Now that the new year begins at the crossroad, are you going to strive? Are you going to push further into the unknown that holds everything you've been praying for? Or are you going to stay on the same carousel because it's comfortable? The path awaits your decision. Anyways, if you've been listening to the Mothership all day today, you started out at 12 o'clock a.m. with some sacral chakra sleep meditation, followed by your cosmic weather forecast at 6 a.m. Then we had the rising Bimbe to Sango before getting to your funky fire starter, Fathers of Song. So here's what you get each and every Thursday that you tune in to rotation 4 of the Mothership 7 orbits. Thursday's Red's Jupiter expansion, cheese, sensual voices of the fathers, sacral chakra healing, Ibashe Sango, Ibashe Dada, Ibashe Aganju. Welcome to Thursdays on the Mothership, 222.9, Beam Up. And we're back. So here in my hands is a copy of my book, Kwanzaa in Orbit, Kwanzaa Beamed Up. And it is a guide through the Nguzo Saba ceremonies using astrology, numerology, candle and color vibrations, herbal elixirs, Bible scriptures, healing stones, meditation on the Orishas, original poetry, and commentaries. And I'm just going to read a quick excerpt out of the Imani chapter. Faith in manifesting abundance can be a challenge when we are so bombarded with so much propaganda of worldly problems. There's also the guilt and the imposter syndrome to wrestle with when shifting into better versions of ourselves. Remember the universal law of duality when faced with this. This law speaks that there is just as much positive going on in the world as there is negative. The positive just isn't as sensationalized because peace and harmony aren't as profitable. Faith would not be faith if it were always easy to have. It will be put under pressure in one way or another for all of us. Faith gives life its magic. Faith is what allows our wall to thrive in mystery. Pressure creates diamonds out of those who live by faith, and our collective ancestral legacy has plenty of bling to prove it. We are here because our ancestors had faith that we would be. They achieved monumental things in the dire straits of oppression with far less than we had to work with. Faith without work is dead, and work without faith is slavery. And God knows we've had enough of that. Belief in things unseen is faith, but the result is all knowing. Faith is how we balance the Piscean age of belief and the Aquarian age of knowing. My sentiments on faith brings libations to my eyes, as it is the single-handed principle behind all that I do. Isn't it yours too? This book is available on my pin site link right under the main page to tune in to 222.9 The Mothership. I also had a 2025 astrology guide, which expires today, but that's an ebook. But these are actually self-help books that you can use year-round because it has workbook questions in it, Kikamcha Umoja recipes, 222 pages of Kwanzaa goodness. So you really want to make this a part of your life so you can set your Kwanzaa out every year. I'll be right back with your open book tarot message from my slick talking Golden Riders tarot deck. This is 222.9 The Mothership, and here's what's going on today in the orbit. Whether I simmer or whether I blaze, either way, I'm too hot. Sango. The Jupiter Collection, brought to you by the Mothership Mystic Boutique. All proceeds go to 222.9. The Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. And we are back. So, today's oracle is my slick talking Golden Riders tarot deck. And how do I put it? Today's sentiment is, what do we do and how do we handle the crossroads of our faith when we're faced with opposition? Body wa gosu nauru iwaru nashe. Just gonna shuffle a little bit and split the deck. This guy popped up last night on the forecast. We got the Emperor to the east hand, to the Ace of Wands on the west hand. When your faith is challenged, remember who you are. Pull upon your Emperor essence, the ruler that lives in you, the one with the wisdom that already intuitively knows the way to go. And in doing that, you increase your divine power with the Ace of Wands. Because to those of us on the road less traveled, we understand wholeheartedly that to whom much is given, much is expected. And then underneath, we have the Four of Cups to the Ten of Wands. And what this means is allow yourself to refuse to carry burdens that aren't necessary. Because sometimes, especially with the Four of Cups symbolizing emotions, many people will try to offer you their cups of baggage, needing to vent, dumping on you, trauma dumping. We know what that is. It's time to refuse that, because this is how you end up when you don't refuse to carry other people's issues. And then last but not least, look at that, energy thief. I can't make this up. There's a Seven of Swords to the Lovers, meaning sometimes people that we love tend to steal our energy, intentionally and unintentionally. So it's time to rule your energy with an Emperor's grip and refuse to carry burdens that aren't yours to carry. Assist, yes. Carry, no. Because the crossroad is tricky, as you can be tricky. And with the devil card showing up at the bottom of the deck, benevolent forces will use whatever means they have to get you off your path the more you come into self-realization. But you have the Emperor's wand. All you have to do is stay focused and use it. Ashe. There is my general message. Should you need a personal read, give me a call on the Mothership's Mentorship and Guidance Hotline at 314-200-0368. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is Radio for the Cosmos, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. Flavorful, elite, divine guidance and wisdom, broken down to the practical to bring voyage change into your life for the better. Call 314-200-0368. That's 314-200-0368 for spiritual mentorship and guidance readings by iiiYansaje Muse. All proceeds go to 222.9, the Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. And we are back. So y'all know the drill. I got to get back on up to the Mothership to cook up more of the music, mystics, and mojo. And immediately following this broadcast, 12 o'clock noon Central Standard Time, we have the Songs of Imani Countdown. So let's jam some songs that align us with faith as we go into the Gregorian Calendar New Year to hibernate till spring equinox. This is 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. You know what makes orbits so fascinating? They move very, very fast, yet appear to be moving very slow. Actually, orbits do both simultaneously. 222.9, the Mothership Internet Radio, is a 24/7 orbit rotation of old school grooves, planetary funk, and mystic teaching. Here's what's going on today